And now the Democratic runoff race for El Paso County Sheriff. Robert Bobby Flores is going up against Oscar Ugarte. Of course, Oscar Ugarte is pulling away, and mathematically, as you can see on the screen, he is at 58%, while Robert Bobby Flores is at 42%. Mathematically, it is looking like Bobby Flores will not be able to make up that deficit. So, as mentioned right now, Ugarte with the sizable lead over Robert Bobby Flores. ABC 7's Heriberto Perez has been following the sheriff's race and joins us live with both Ugarte's and Flores' reactions.
Good evening, Paul. Both candidates seemed pretty calm when the early voting numbers were released early this evening at 7 p.m. Oscar Ugarte said he was excited and wanted to thank the community who voted for him ahead of the general election in November. Robert Bobby Flores was grateful both to reach the runoff election and for his supporters as well. I spoke to both candidates earlier tonight about their outlook if they win and ahead to the November general election. Let's start with Ugarte. Take a listen.
The strategy will not change. Obviously, the numbers show that we're on the right path. The strategy is working, and the most important is knocking on those doors, going to the voters, introducing yourself, letting them know what your vision is and what you want to do to this community, and that will not change.
Guys, Oscar Ugarte also told me he's still planning on starting the Civilian Social Services unit because he says he believes jail is not always the solution. He added he would like to have the resources to help the community when deputies visit families in crisis. Ugarte added he wants to have a social worker to guide people with issues such as mental health, drug use, and juvenile delinquent behavior, among other things. I also went to Bobby Flores' watch party tonight. He was optimistic when first results came down, but it was not enough to beat Ugarte tonight.
I mean, we laid all of our experience out on the table, our qualifications on the table. I made every forum, every interview that people asked me to make, every group meeting or function that somebody wanted to hear me speak or wanted to talk to me, I always made myself available. And I'm hoping that all that translates to people going to the polls and voting.
Guys, Ugarte also told us his strategy never changed to have a little communication with the local media in order to speak with the voters directly. He added they were the most important people in the election. Ugarte will now face the Republican candidate Minerva Torres Shelton in the November general election. Paul?
Thank you, Heriberto. The Democratic candidate for El Paso County Sheriff will run in November against Minerva Torres Shelton, the only Republican in the race. The winner in November taking the position left vacant by longtime El Paso County Sheriff Richard Wiles. Last year, he announced his retirement and that he was not going to seek re-election. Wiles has worked in law enforcement for almost 43 years. He has served as sheriff since the year 2009.